Logan Paul's WWE run has been met with significant backlash, and while he does have supporters, a large portion of wrestling fans actively reject him. His presence in the company feels like an unnecessary invasion, a forced attempt by WWE to integrate social media influencers into an industry with a rich history that values respect, dedication, and authenticity. One major reason why people don't want to see Logan Paul in WWE is because of his lack of wrestling background. Unlike traditional wrestlers who spend years training, working their way up through independent promotions, and paying their dues, Logan Paul was handed an opportunity on a silver platter. WWE fans, especially longtime loyalists, have deep respect for those who grind their way up the ranks. When an outsider like Logan Paul steps into the ring without earning his spot, it feels insulting to the athletes who have spent their entire lives honing their craft. His involvement also feeds into WWE's obsession with mainstream attention rather than the quality of the product itself. For years, WWE has tried to appeal to casual fans and mainstream media, often at the expense of their core audience. Logan Paul represents everything fans dislike about this approach. He is a social media celebrity first and foremost, and his inclusion feels more like a stunt to attract non-wrestling fans than an organic addition to the roster. Wrestling fans want authenticity, and Logan Paul simply does not embody that. Another major factor in the disdain for Logan Paul is his history of controversy. He has been one of the most divisive internet personalities for years, amassing an enormous number of critics due to his actions. His infamous 2017 Japan Forest scandal permanently tainted his reputation, and while he has attempted to clean up his image since then, many people haven't forgotten. His arrogance, reckless behavior, and overall insensitivity have left a lasting impression that cannot be erased with a few WWE appearances. In addition, Logan Paul's demeanor in WWE comes across as obnoxious and insincere. When celebrities cross over into wrestling, they often either respect the business or come off as opportunistic. Logan falls into the latter category. While he has shown athletic ability and some commitment, there's a difference between being physically capable and genuinely understanding wrestling psychology. Fans don't just want someone who can execute moves, they want someone who fits into the culture of professional wrestling. Logan Paul, with his over-the-top bravado and smug personality, feels more like an opportunist looking for clout than a genuine fan who respects the industry. Wrestling fans are deeply passionate about their sport. They don't just watch it for entertainment, they live and breathe it. This is why they have such an intense reaction to someone like Logan Paul being given a platform. It's not just about his lack of experience, it's about the principle. Wrestling is a business where respect is earned, not given. Logan Paul has not put in the years of work that other wrestlers have, and yet he gets high-profile matches on major events, taking spots from more deserving talent. That alone is enough to turn many fans against him. Another issue is that Logan Paul's inclusion cheapens the prestige of WWE. While WWE has always had its share of celebrity appearances, the difference is that many of those were one-time deals that didn't disrupt the flow of the show. Logan Paul, on the other hand, has been pushed as a legitimate competitor. This diminishes the credibility of the business. If a YouTuber can step into the ring and immediately be treated as a serious threat, it undermines the work that full-time wrestlers put into their characters. His privileged position also exposes the flaws in WWE's booking. There are wrestlers on the roster who have spent years trying to break into the main event scene, yet Logan Paul gets to bypass all of that simply because of his fame. That is frustrating for both wrestlers and fans. It sends the message that WWE values mainstream appeal over actual talent, which has long been a criticism of the company. Fans want to see their favorite wrestlers succeed based on merit, not because they have millions of social media followers. Beyond his WWE appearances, Logan Paul's general personality is a major reason why people don't want to see him. He has built his career on being controversial, cocky, and divisive. While some may see that as a good thing for a wrestling heel, the problem is that it doesn't feel like a character. It feels like who he actually is. Wrestling has always thrived on people playing roles, but when someone is genuinely disliked outside of the ring, it makes it harder for fans to engage in the fun of booing a bad guy. With Logan Paul, the hatred is real, not just part of a storyline. Additionally, Logan Paul's fan base doesn't align with WWE's core audience. WWE's viewers consist of die-hard wrestling fans, many of whom have followed the product for decades. Logan Paul's fans, on the other hand, are primarily younger social media users who may not have any real interest in wrestling. This creates a disconnect. WWE is trying to bring in new viewers by using Logan Paul, but those viewers are unlikely to stick around once he's gone. Meanwhile, existing fans feel alienated and disrespected. Logan Paul's presence in WWE also highlights how out of touch the company can be. WWE has a long history of making questionable decisions in an attempt to remain relevant, and Logan Paul is just another example of that. Rather than investing in homegrown talent, they turn to celebrities in hopes of generating buzz. But buzz doesn't always translate to long-term success. Short-term gains might bring more eyes to a single event, but it doesn't build loyalty or long-term storytelling, which are essential elements of professional wrestling. Moreover, Logan Paul's in-ring ability, while decent, doesn't justify his push. There are many wrestlers who are significantly better, both in terms of technical skill and storytelling ability, yet they don't get the same opportunities. Wrestling is about more than just executing moves. It's about telling a compelling story and making fans emotionally invested. Logan Paul lacks the ability to do that because fans see through him. They know he's only in WWE because of his name, not because he truly loves the business. That lack of passion makes it hard for fans to connect with him in any meaningful way. One of the biggest issues is that Logan Paul doesn't add anything valuable to WWE. If a celebrity is going to step into wrestling, they should bring something fresh and exciting. Instead, Logan Paul brings controversy, arrogance, and a sense of entitlement that rubs people the wrong way. There's nothing about him that enhances WWE. He only serves to further WWE's desperation for mainstream attention. Fans want wrestling to be about wrestling, not about social media influencers trying to expand their brand. Ultimately, Logan Paul represents everything that wrestling fans dislike about modern WWE. He is an outsider who was handed opportunities he didn't earn. He brings unnecessary controversy, and his presence feels more like a publicity stunt than a meaningful addition to the product. While he may have his supporters, the majority of wrestling fans see him as an unwanted intrusion in a business that they deeply care about. His time in WWE might generate headlines, but in the long run, it does more harm than good. Character development is key in professional wrestling, and Logan Paul needs to find the right balance between his natural heel persona and an eventual face turn that fans can rally behind. Right now, he plays an arrogant, cocky villain, which suits his real-life persona. But the long-term goal should be to transition into a character that WWE fans genuinely respect. To do this, he must experience adversity. Having a long-term feud where he gets beaten down, humiliated, and struggles to regain his spot could humanize him and make fans sympathize with him. WWE is built on stories of redemption, and if Logan plays his cards right, he could transform himself into a beloved figure. One of the main criticisms against Logan Paul is that he hasn't had to struggle the way other WWE superstars have. Many wrestlers spend years on the independent scene or in developmental territories before they make it to the main roster. Logan skipped that process and was immediately given high-profile matches. To counter this, he should spend some time training at the WWE Performance Center with legends like Shawn Michaels, Booker T, or Fit Finlay. Showing fans that he's working hard to improve will go a long way in earning respect. If footage of him grinding it out in training surfaces, fans might start seeing him in a new light. Logan Paul's matches thus far have been impressive, but to truly cement himself, he needs to tell better in-ring stories. WWE is not just about athleticism, it's about making fans feel something. He should work with veterans like Randy Orton, AJ Styles, or Seth Rollins, who can help him refine his storytelling ability. If he has matches where he sells injuries, fights from underneath, and makes dramatic comebacks, the audience will become more emotionally invested in him. Engaging with fans in a more genuine way could also help Logan turn the tide. While he has his loyal supporters from his social media days, WWE fans are a different breed. They want to feel like a superstar respects them and the industry. Logan should appear on WWE podcasts, participate in fan events, and interact with audiences beyond just his online followers. If he takes time to engage with the hardcore WWE fan base, those fans might start giving him a chance. Winning over the locker room is just as crucial as winning over the fans. Wrestling has a rich tradition of respect among performers, and many wrestlers don't appreciate outsiders who haven't paid their dues. Logan should work backstage to earn the respect of his peers by being humble, listening to veterans, and showing appreciation for those who came before him. Building relationships with key figures like Triple H, Roman Reigns, and The Miz, who helped introduce him to WWE, will benefit him in the long run. Having a meaningful championship reign would also help solidify Logan Paul's place in WWE. While he's already held the United States Championship, he needs to have a reign where he defends the title regularly and has classic matches. A dominant title run against top-tier competitors would prove that he's not just a part-timer cashing in on his name. If he successfully defends his championship in grueling, memorable matches, fans will start respecting him as a real WWE superstar. Tag team wrestling could be another way for Logan Paul to gain respect. If he aligns himself with a veteran wrestler, similar to how Kurt Angle mentored Chad Gable in the past, he could learn valuable in-ring psychology while also helping elevate someone else. A team with an established WWE legend, where Logan plays the eager student, could create interesting storylines and make fans appreciate his growth. An important factor in Logan Paul's journey to respect is his promo work. While he is already a confident talker, WWE promos require a different skill set than YouTube videos. He needs to work on delivering emotionally charged, memorable promos that connect with the audience on a deeper level. Working with promo experts like Paul Heyman or The Miz could help him sharpen his mic skills and create those iconic moments that WWE fans love. Outside of WWE, Logan can use his massive platform to bring more attention to the wrestling business in a positive way. He already has one of the biggest followings in the world, and if he starts discussing WWE with genuine passion on his podcast, in interviews, and on social media, it will show fans that he's not just doing this for a paycheck. If he promotes WWE as something he loves rather than just another business venture, it could change the perception of him among wrestling purists. People don't want to see Logan Paul in WWE because he hasn't earned their respect, and respect is the foundation of professional wrestling. Without that, he will always be viewed as an unwelcome guest rather than a legitimate part of the roster. WWE fans are passionate, and they don't forget when someone disrespects their industry. Logan Paul's involvement is a reminder that WWE prioritizes short-term attention over long-term storytelling, and that is something that will always frustrate dedicated fans.